Divine cards is a system of cartomancy where praying cards are used to make predictions of your characteristics and your future timeline. The origins of this system date back to over 20,000 years ago. This was during a time when ancient wise men observed the cosmos and formulate mathematical systems. These teachings were preserved till this day, and I'm honored to present to you the Divine cards. In this system, each day of the year is assigned one card. Each living man or woman is assigned 1 to 4 cards depending on their date of birth. The main card or birth card is of most significance, followed by the planetary ruling card or PRC. For some birthdays, there is a third or fourth card. You can see from the chart here or check the links below for your card. If you feel that the card doesn't really resonate with you, you may want to look into your birth time. I noticed the time difference when I was calculating the lucky dates for a client to buy lottery. It opened the next day. For example, if you're born in Singapore on March 7, in New York, it's March 6. So you may have to convert your birth time to UTC and then follow that date to find your birth cards. Once you have found your cards, you can check them out. If you cannot find the video on your particular card, means I have not made them yet. So please like and subscribe so that I can continue to make more videos. Thank you. The Queen, you represent the spiritual nature of man. You are the feminine and receptive side of rulership. You are also the intuitive and cooperative aspect of royalty. Your weapons are the flowers that you hold in your hands. You judge and you rule. The positive side of the Queen is you have power and receptivity in your own right. The negative side can be laziness and selfishness.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Diamonds represent energy, property, and money. They symbolize all values and tangible things that can be acquired. Diamonds also represent the power and protection of material wealth and values. They signify fall or harvest. The ancient element is water. Even though the form of a diamond appears to be solid, it is actually a substance. Diamonds are often misunderstood to be materialistic. But they are not only about material accumulation, they are also about values. The rich man with no values is considered to be a failure. The diamonds are natural born merchants, manufacturers, mine owners, big businesses, producers, investors, bankers, and world traders. The positive side of diamonds, you are generous, philanthropic, and you are a power that serves good for any community, groups, or business. The negative side of diamond, you can be material-minded, greedy, miserly, which can cause hardship and miseries for you. So the diamond, living man, woman, or energy can tend towards the positive, negative, or being balanced. Queen of Diamonds, keywords, spending, business. The Queen of Diamonds is equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles in the Tarot. The similar keywords are security. Queen of Diamonds, worried and looking good. The philanthropist. You can be commanding, but you are highly practical and talented, so you can be very successful in the business world. This energy is quite similar to the king, but this is a more feminine energy. You may have indecisions about values, about what you want. You may worry about money a lot, but you are very creative and resourceful. You also love varieties and you have expensive tastes. You may have a tendency to spend beyond your means because you love expensive luxury items and you spend lavishly. So yes, because of your spending, you may be constantly worried about money. You may have a subconscious fear of not having enough money. But you also have one of the most giving and philanthropic energy. You are like the rich friend who goes spending money on your friends and family. You are very, very giving, but you can be ruthless when you are crossed. So, I wouldn't wanna make you angry. Queen of Diamonds, you are charming, sociable, and you enjoy luxury or the finer things in life. You are constantly seeking new adventures, relationships, and business opportunities. You have very good business sense and you are able to promote your products and services. You can excel in many areas and you have very good leadership abilities. You are able to negotiate and you are good at nurturing others. You have a naturally critical mind that is capable of doing intense analysis and planning. However, you can also become very negative when things don't go the way that you want. So yes, you have the tendency to be negative and critical. So it would be good for you to practice positive affirmations to counteract the negative tendencies. I know many Queen of Diamonds, they do have quite a difficult life path. So therefore, it would be best for the Queen of Diamonds to have some kind of spiritual practice. Queen of Diamonds, you do have a soul connection with many ancient practices. Somehow, you resonate towards the spiritual path. But it could be that every time you want to go on the spiritual path, your mind starts to go on the material and the mundane. The study of the ancient mysteries and secret knowledge will give you a lot of insights and help you to solve a lot of your mundane issues. Some of the world's wealthiest people are the Queen of Diamonds. The Queen is the mother, the more feminine aspect of the King of Diamonds. You do have challenges in areas of relationship because of one, the fear of abandonment. It could be subconscious, and two, you like variety. Three, you can be very headstrong, and four, you have the power to have what you want when you want it. So combine all this together, relationships can be very challenging, yes. So for the Queen of Diamonds, it is common to have more than two marriages. They may seem happily married, but and because you are very charming, it is not difficult for you at all to have relationships. But Maintaining the relationship is a challenge. This is not an easy life path. You do have quite a bit of karma in this lifetime. You have a lot of creativity, but you also have a lot of dissatisfaction and you desire a lot of varieties. So this can affect your relationships. You usually get your wishes. Be careful what you wish for applies to the Queen of Diamonds because not everything you want is good for you. Queen of Diamonds, you can be pessimistic, so you need, it's good for you to have positive affirmations. It will help you a lot. And also, the spiritual path is very good for you because you do have a very challenging life path. You also can be very sharp-tongued. You want to be careful with your words. You have to stop worrying about not having enough money. It can be a subconscious fear of not having enough money, even though you may be having a lot compared to other people. You can also appear proud and arrogant. It's just your energy. You are quite different from the King of Diamonds, who is not at all sensitive to the feelings of others. Most of you, Queen of Diamonds, you do have the fear of not having enough, and you can be indecisive or not able to take action in regards to what you want in both business and in relationships. Although you worry about not having enough money, you can give it away easily. You are very philanthropic. Marriageability on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 is very marriageable, 10 is totally unmarriageable. Queen of Diamonds, your marriageability is an 8. Yes, 8. This doesn't mean that you cannot get married. It just means that marriages are more difficult for you. Marriages is something that you have to work on if you want to have a happy married life. And I suggest the spiritual path because you can get a lot of answers from the spiritual path. It's good for you. From my experience, the marriageability is just an indication of how much you want to have a home and the stability of a home. It does not tell if you are able to maintain the marriage. For example, the marriageability of Elizabeth Taylor is a 4. She is very marriageable and has this need to want to have a stable home and security. However, as you can see from her history, there is a string of divorce and marriages. Besides marriageability, we can also see a connections with this particular person. Besides your own cards, you also have your Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and a whole lot of other planetary cards. There are also past life connections. I will list some of your cards at the end of this video. So if you want to know what sort of connections you have between you and this particular person, you can search for their birth cards by their date of birth. For example, if the person is born on January 14, their main birth card will be the King of Diamonds, and their planetary card will be the 8 of Cups. They may also have a third or fourth card. And then you check if the King of Diamonds has any present life connection with you. There can be more than one connection. There can be a Venus or double Venus, sometimes even triple Venus, which is, I think, quite rare, but yes, there is. There can be karmic connections. And then you can search for the King of Diamonds general reading to get a basic idea of this person's characteristics. Queen of Diamonds, your first karmic is the Three of Diamonds. Your second karmic is the Nine of Diamonds. Your Mercury is the Five of Hearts. Your Venus is the Three of Cups. Your Mars is the Three of Spades. Your Jupiter is the Nine of Hearts. Your Saturn is the Seven of Cups. Your Uranus is the Five of Diamonds. Your Neptune is the Queen of Spades. Your challenge is the Jack of Cups. And your result is the Nine of Diamonds. So what are all these connections about? Every card can indicate a living man or woman. It can also indicate an energy that you have or you are dealing with. You can also get the extended readings if you want to know more about your connections with these different karmics, how to deal with these challenging energies, and how to navigate around these energies. It is good to know so that you can navigate around these people or energies. For the extended readings, I will be doing the Karma cards and Pluto cards first because I find that these are more important ones. You can click on the links below to find out what are these cards about. Bear in mind that these are general readings because there may be details that I'm not able to share with you through the videos. If you would like a more detailed reading or learn more about destiny cards, you can check out Robert Lee Cam or myself and my partners. All the links are on the screen or below. It's an honor for me that you subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.